Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling and the Midlife Crisis. I'm just going to do you a quick little what's in the box kit review of my Matchbox Spitfire Mark 9 and 172. This is actually a vintage model that I actually purchased off eBay from a guy who has a little vintage model store called Optica Techno. And if you wanted to have a look on eBay and check him out, I think he's currently got about 300 different vintage models on there, so he's worth having a look at. I actually purchased about 12 Spitfires off him, which I added to my collection of 33. There's a link in the description if you wanted to check out my entire collection. So anyway, let's just move on and see what's in the box. I mean, as you can see, this is actually provided in its original shrink wrapping, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. This one's obviously been knocking around in someone's cupboard, unloved, uncared for, well, since 1982 or thereabouts, as that's when this original box art was delivered. So we took it out of the shrink wrapping, kind of spoilt it now as a collector's item, and let's see what we've got going on. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, there we go. There's the box, there's the bits, and here's the instructions. Now, normally I actually read through the information sheet provided by model manufacturers that give us a bit of history of this particular plane. It's only a really small section on this one, so let's give it a go. Supermarine Spitfire Mark 9. This plane, which was originally designed as a private venture, was the brainchild of R.J. Mitchell, whose earlier S6 and S6B seaplanes had won the Schneider Trophy for Britain. During its production life, some 40 variants of the Spitfire were made. The Mark 9 depicted was intended as an interim type until the Mark 8 became available, and was basically a Mark 5C airframe using a Merlin 60 engine. This gave a top speed of 402 miles per hour. A total of 5,600 Mark 9s were produced, and it became the most widely used variant of the Spitfire design. The Mark 9 entered service in July 1941 with 64 Squadron. Okay, so we've got some nice little basic instructions here. Going from Mark 1, putting the pilot in the pilot seat. I mean, this is the great thing about vintage kits, is you actually get a pilot with them. I mean, modern kits, you just don't get a pilot. I don't know what's going on there, but, you know, it's kind of weird. So as you can see, we've got some really easy steps to go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6. It's pretty straightforward. There's not really that many parts in this kit, so it should be really easy for a novice like me to knock together. Here we have the 2 sprues, which interestingly are 2 different colours. Now, I've not seen that before, and I kind of find that a little bit bizarre, but there we go. We've got sprue number 1 here, which has got the fuselage, our very rare pilot, a 4-blade propeller. We've got some cannons here, some engine cowlings, and a nose cone. It's got some detail on it. It's not the best, but you know, I mean, this is from 1982. And it's actually just a rebox of the original moulding, which Matchbox started churning out in 1972. So let's bear in mind this is getting on for 50 years old, kind of a bit like myself. We shouldn't really expect too much. I mean, for me, I just want to use these as airframes to practice painting, so I'm not really that bothered about the lack of detail. I just want to throw some kits together at the end of the day. And those are familiar with a couple of films that I've done regarding kit building are probably pretty familiar with that fact. Now, on the undersides of the wings, we have actually got, again, we've got some detail going on, which it's raised. It's not, well, most of it's raised. It's not sort of built into the mould, so I mean, it's there. It's probably going to look all right when we paint it up. It's just not as good as some of the modern kits. So there's that. We have, oh, we got 2. That's a bit of a bonus. I've got 2 cockpits. I do have a tendency to get gluey fingerprints on these, so that's a bonus. I'm not sure whether that's intended or not. And as you can see, this is fresh mint out of the box, and I'm going to pull the protective piece of paper very carefully off these markings because I don't really want to damage them. They might not fit too well, but there we go. Appears we've actually got 2 different sets of markings here, and we've got the little Polish insignia, so we can mark this up as a Free Polish Squadron within the RAF. I've got a few Polish viewers apparently, so hello Poland, how are you today? Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say about this model. It's pretty basic, there's not that many parts involved for me to put together. That doesn't bother me. I mean, obviously people who want to test themselves a bit more, you know, you're gonna sneer at this maybe and say, this isn't great. But, you know, this is what I'm learning with at the end of the day. I bought these kits to learn, to figure out how to put models together, kind of quickly in my case, but there we are. And hopefully next week I'm going to start doing get my airbrush out, and we're going to do some painting. So we've got lots to look forward to. Well, I have anyway. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little video. Questions and suggestions are always welcome on my channel. Please like and subscribe and join me for my model building ride. Be seeing you.